Hello everyone and welcome to my Lego room. I'm TJ the Brickwright and this has been a pretty eventful week for my channel. I discovered YouTube Shorts and made my very first short. And in a week it generated 250,000 views and brought almost 1,000 people to the channel. So hey, I guess it worked. That was not my original goal, but hey, welcome to the nearly 1,000 people who've joined. Hopefully you're here and you stick around and you see some of the other cool stuff that we do here in the Lego room. Right now, we had a contest that just ended and we had 33 entries, and I'm going to be going over those with you today. But I am also trying to upload the full gallery of images for each of the entrants onto Instagram. Unfortunately, I forgot there's a limit to how many posts you can do at a time. So I hit that limit rather quickly, within 6 posts. So you're gonna have to be patient with me as I wait for that to reset itself, and then I will post a little bit slower, or maybe see if I can schedule posts, that kind of a thing. So until then, I would encourage everybody to go back through and see the full gallery of pictures, because at this point, to save myself on time, and so to make this video not an hour long like previous contest entry videos, I'm going to be only sharing one picture of each build. I know that's usually not enough, but my hope is that I can go over those really quickly with you. Then you can go and check out Instagram and peruse those pictures and enjoy those in their full glory. This is not to gain followers on Instagram or gain views or anything like that. I don't even think you can make money or anything on Instagram, at least as far as I know. You guys know me better than that. I'm not doing this to cross-pollinate my channels or whatever. I legitimately want you to give these builders their due. We're going to pick our top 5 entries, each of us, each person who wants to vote. Pick your top 5, come back to this video after checking those out, and leave those as comments down below. Leave all 5 of your entries. There will be numbers associated with them. If you can't remember the numbers, but you remember the name of the person who did that, you can do that, although numbers are going to be way easier. So if you can at all do that, I don't know why I gave you the option of that. Please just do numbers. Please just do the numbers that I have assigned to each person. We've done all of them so far, all 33 entries we have, as in alphabetical order as well. So that may help. But yeah, leave your top 5 entries and the number corresponding with them down in the comments. It's just a really easy way for me to keep track. But you're here to see some mocks. Okay, first up we have Alex O. And this is number 1 on your list. And Alex built a modified Mandalorian starfighter. Number 2 is Alligator Bread, who built a combination rebel ship combined with a droid starfighter. The first one that you're going to see today, but definitely not the last. Number 3 is Andrew, who did a modified Solus 1. You know, I even had time to look up what the name of these ships are. I actually did a full recording without the microphone on. I've gone through this all before, and I still didn't look up the name of the type of ship that Grievous's ship is. Dang it. But that's what that is. Number 4 is by Awesome Bro Bricks. This is a modified TIE Fighter. Number 5 by Bence is a modified Geonosian Starfighter. And I will remind everybody, if you want to see the other sides and the different details of the ship from different angles, head over to the Instagram. Check out the full gallery of pictures. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Number 6 is by Brock S. And here we have, again, a modified TIE Interceptor, I believe, but it's got some giant engines on it. Number 7 is by Budget Bricks Studios, which is really funny because there's a whole lot of pearl gold pieces on there. Not exactly a budget build, if you know what I mean. Just kidding. Those pieces are actually pretty common. I believe this is a modified Sith TIE Fighter from the Old Republic. Number 8 is by Christian F., who did a modified V-Wing Starfighter. Number 9 by Corey Wayne, another Grievous starship of some kind. Dang it. I'm never going to remember the name of that ship. Number 9 by Corey Wayne. Number 10 by David Francia, another Geonosian Starfighter. Again, great minds think alike. Number 11 by Durf N, a modified TIE Fighter. This actually has a closed off front end, but a windscreen on the back end next to the engines, which is a pretty neat and clever design. Number 12 by Egg Boy did a modified TIE Interceptor, and I believe that the concept for the pod where the pilot is was an LAAT pilot pod. It's pretty cool. Number 13 is by Emily, and Emily did a droid tri-fighter with a modified ball to fit a pilot. And Emily was definitely on the Great Minds Think Alike train, because we're going to see a few other people that did one very similar to Emily. Number 14 is by Emmanuel B, and this was a heavily modified Magna Guard starfighter. If I'm not mistaken, you're going to have to correct me in the comments, Emmanuel, and I'll make sure to throw up a note in the comment below. But number 14 by Emmanuel B. Number 15, Indigo V, is a modified droid tri-fighter for a pilot to sit inside. Not something I would have thought of myself. I'm so glad I turned Mynock 2 over to everybody out there, all the awesome builders, because you guys are knocking it out of the park. Number 16 by Evan Jones, and I believe that this is a resubmission of a previous Mynock Squadron entrant, and that's pretty awesome. I know Evan and his father Dale have an entire Mynock Squadron of their own, and I think we're going to have to work up a name for their squadron that's not Mynock Squadron, but like something close to it, because he's got his entire squadron of submitted ships. That's pretty sweet. Number 17 by Gavin S. This is a modified Fire Spray 31 attack and patrol craft, I believe. It's a modified Boba Fett starship, also known as Slave 1, for those who know what it's actually called. Number 18 is by Gordon F. And at first this doesn't look like a bad guy ship, but it's actually a modified Mandalorian starfighter. The body of it is a Mandalorian starfighter. And when you look at the back end of it, you can see that giant ball back end, that giant round back end. That's very iconic for the Mandalorian starfighters. Number 19 is by Jason H., another modified Fire Spray with some TIE Fighter-esque wings. And I don't know why, but I really like the lime green with the dark red. It reminds me, I believe Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter had that color combination. Fantastic job. And the Greebles on here worked out really well. You guys are really up in your Greeble game, by the way, everybody. Number 20 is by JP, and here we go, another droid tri-fighter. But even though they are based on the same thing, each one of these builds is so different. It's absolutely brilliant, the amount of creativity that's out there in the world. And this is also got a General Grievous starfighter cockpit, and I believe that's a Old Republic Sith Trooper Speeder. That's the round portions right there with those stickers. Number 21 by Kygo, and this is, I believe, a TIE Fighter modified and combined with Mandalorian starfighter wings. And this, I could be way off, and I apologize for everybody if I'm remembering details wrong. There are 33 of you. Some of the details got a little jumbled, and I apologize, but I hope you understand it's because these builds are so good. I tried to remember something about each one. Number 22 is by Lego Man, another modified droid starfighter, this time a vulture droid. We actually had a quick comment about, or a question about droid starfighters, because technically the wings are landing gear. So can we include them? And I said, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, technically they're landing gear, but they're mostly wings when we think about it. In my own opinion, I allowed it. Number 23 by Leo S. is a modified TIE Interceptor. It could also be a modified experimental TIE Fighter for the Inquisitors. And then obviously we've got an R2 astromech and some larger engines on it. Definitely helps. Number 24 by Luke and Yanato. I am an American. I remember and can pronounce names like TJ. So I apologize. And here we have another modified General Grievous starfighter. I want to say it starts with an F, but I can't remember. General Grievous starfighter combined with, I believe those are droid bomber wings. So, great one. Here we have number 25 by Mason R. And this is another modified TIE fighter. And Mandalorian Starfighter wings. You know, this may be the one I was confusing with the previous entry. Number 26 by Nate M. And this is a Coruscant gunship that has been modified. Now, some of you may say that is not a bad guy ship. A Coruscant gunship was used by the Republic. However, for those of us who are steeped in Star Wars Rebels lore, we know that the Empire used the Coruscant gunship frequently in Imperial occupations. I'll allow it. Number 27 is by Phoenix 5061. Here we go. Great minds. A droid bomber. This one's kind of fun, though, because they actually subtracted one of the droid wings to give it some asymmetry, which, if you know me, you know how much I love asymmetry, and then modified it for a biological pilot. Brilliant. I honestly don't think I would have ever come up with that myself. Here we have Ragged with their modified, I believe this is one of the, similar to those squid creatures that Asajj Ventress flies in, what is it, Star Wars The Clone Wars movie. And then we have a TIE Fighter-esque front end. And I guess it kind of also looks a little bit like those Tri-Droids, also from the Clone Wars movie. Or that's the first time I remember seeing them. I believe they were in episode 3 too. And then we have number 29 by Rihards. And one thing that Rihards is always good at is taking their mocks outside near their home and taking some fantastic pictures. They've got all these fields and these beautiful rocks that they can put stuff on. So Rihards, awesome photo as always. This is a modified Magna Guard Starfighter. Maybe we should just all send our mocks over to Rihards, and so we can get some pictures, some really sweet pictures of him. All right, next up we have number 30, and this is Tesseractum, I believe. And this is a modified Mandalorian Starfighter. So some themes that we see are coming around. We like our Mandos, don't we? Number 31 from the boys. This is a modified Magna Guard Starfighter. And at first it looks very similar to the original set. But if you ever pull up a picture of the original set, you'll notice that there is some heavy modification to it to get it to this state. We got the open greebles on the side, and I definitely enjoyed this. As much as it looked like the original set, there's a lot of modification here that justifies it not just being a recolor or throwing some extra pieces on. And I hope you guys are good in the comments, and you usually are. I don't worry that much about people being nice in our comments. We've got a good community here. Number 32 is by TJF, and this is a TIE Fighter that works a little bit like a B-Wing, but then also has some droid Tri-Fighter curve at the end on this side that's closest to the camera. It's pretty crazy. Again, look up the Instagram pictures to see the whole gallery of some of these. You're going to be blown away by a lot of them. I can only show you so much. And then number 33, our very last one, is by Umair K. And this one, one of my pictures got corrupted. I apologize, Umair. But the wings that you can see on the top of either side actually open up. And I was trying to get that picture in here, and it always turned out fuzzy. I don't know why. My computer's just freaking out. So, again, go look at the Instagram. Check out the full gallery of these things. Again, it may take me up to 48 hours to upload them because I think I locked myself out. I apologize. And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the Lego room. Remember to put your top 5 choices for the winners down below with their corresponding number. And we will get those tallied. The voting will end on this coming Friday, which, oh goodness gracious, I believe is August 19th. And that will end at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to jump on and get those votes in now, if you submitted an entry and you didn't see it right here, please email me, let me know, or contact me here, or leave a comment. I will try to get in touch with you and resolve that issue, get you uploaded on the Instagram, and then I will upload an extra video later on in the week covering anybody that I may have missed. However, I think with the changes that we made to the entries, I don't think that we are losing anybody this time. So thank you so much once again. And until we see you next time, I'm Teacher the Brick Right. Play well.